Good morning and namaste. Well, here's my daily seva, and our gentleman here, he's having difficulty with his life, so I'm going to give him something and let us start our day on that note. All right, have a good day, sir. Everything good? Take care. Yes, seva is so important, and to start the day giving something. Oh, look at that, the Surya Narayan is up. Oh, let us all do prayers to Surya Narayan. Okay, Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Oh, good morning and namaste. And स्वागत सब जन ऐसा मंदिर भक्ति स्वाति की धार सुंदर सुमधुर गान हमारो रंजन नर नर नार ईश सगुण निर्गुण अविनाशी मात पिता और प्यार दूर भये हम वत्स सदाई तारों में संसार. Whoa. We welcome God with form and without form. And here we see the trees and the ducks and the crane over there. And this is all God. And this mandir, it is for all. You don't have to come with any prasadam. You have to come. The biggest prasadam is your mind, surrendering your mind to the Lord. And then He will accept it. We're going through very churning of the ocean now in America, and this is a place that the world looks at for trendings. In the midst of COVID, we talk about social distancing and all of that, but with the rioting, all the social distancing has gone out. But let's see what will happen. And it's churning. There's a churning that is going on. And then we see that the Dragon 9 went with the two astronauts. And I can't think that when I'm doing my yoga and asanas and then go for the relaxation and going into exiting in the top of the head, like the rocket is in the top of the head, and you go into space. But in this case, we're going there as energy, vibration into Earth atmosphere. And then we break the barriers and go into space. That's a physical thing for the astronauts. But when we do it, it is something of energy. And when you go into space, automatically you become consciousness. They are sitting there in their human form. And it's a little different. But astronauts, they have to be a little spiritual for what they're doing, because they have to go beyond the flesh and the blood, because they have to be in that state of calm and tranquility. And this morning, some mandirs are opening up. But here in this mandir, you come here and this is a place of freedom. When you come here, you feel the freedom physically and mentally and spiritually. Because mandirs these days, they are limited in many ways. Some mandirs are family owned and operated. And some mandirs, of course, there's commercialism, where you're looking to get as much money into the mandirs. And some are, and this is how it's operated. So religion has come into business to certain ways. But when we come into this mandir of ours, this place, then you're free. And from here you could catapult into consciousness, like the astronauts did, and then also through the yoga and meditation. Swami Parameshananda ji was keen on bringing out this part of our religion, very keen, because he did not see anything high and low. And he's considered to be one of the incarnations of Vishnu Bhagavan. Bigalita jiva dukkha karanamrita gana deham shagatita hindu samaja shariram keshavadrita pranava sharira jai jagadish hare jai jagadish hare. Oh, he came to unite the poor, the sick, the weak, the downtrodden. And personally, he would have, in then Bangladesh, he would go to the Sundarbans, where the tribal people, they live on the land, the fish and the honey from the, naturally from the trees there, in the midst of lions and crocodiles, and so they live there. So Swami Parameshananda would be going there, and he had no fear because he's God, he knows what's around him. And he will be among the tribal people, all over India, but particularly there. And then what happened? He will be partaking of the food from them. And there were times he will say that the people will be having coal and offering food to him with, the dirty hands, but he will take it. And because he had all these incarnations, they came for a purpose, and when they're through with a purpose, they go back. So he started the BHARAT SEVASHTAM saying, created monks, influenced disciples all over the world, and these are when he was through with all that and the organization was fully in place, the president and all the activities in place, then he said, no more. And his body was about to give up by then. So the synchronology of it all, that when he was through with it, he left. Like Bhagavan Sri Ram and Lord Krishna. That when Lord Krishna went to Gandhari, the mother of the Kauravas, the Pandavas, Gandhari said, oh Krishna, look what you've done. You've destroyed all my children. And for that, Krishna, you have to pay the price, that you will have to suffer a little. And then Krishna bowed to Mother Gandhari and says, thank you, Mother. How a pious woman is giving me my exit. These are the leelas of God. And our life is a leela too. We have to know this. We can't take this life, this earthly life, seriously. But you have to, unless you transition and gradually make the shift to spiritual life, then you don't know what's on the other side. So naturally you're stuck with what you're doing here now. Now all that is happening around the world, look at this, that the churning of the ocean is going on, that the poison is coming out here in America. But in the end, we will see that that nectar, as when the ocean is churned by Vishnu Bhagavan sitting in our mythology. I say mythology because if this cannot be explained in a logical way to a child, an intelligent child, it's mythology. Because here it is that Vishnu Bhagavan supposedly take the form of a turtle, and the mountain was put on it, and the asuras, the evil ones, and the gods were churning and wrapped around a snake, a mountain. And then after that, poison came out, and Lord Shiva drank the poison. And then nectar came out, and there was a fight for it, but the devas got it, and they ran off with it. So many other things came out, but the devas ran off with it at those times, supposedly they could fly, and they went to 4 places and dropped this nectar. And these 4 places have become the place of Kumbh Mela. And this is Allahabad, Ujjain, Nasik, and Haridwar. So the churning of the ocean is constantly going on. Bad and good is churning in us. But at the end, the good has to prevail. Here in America, the churning is going on. And at the end, we'll see a transformation. And this is what is going on. It's all the leela of the Lord. That what happened with George Floyd and the officer Chauvin is just the match that sparked the churning. But the churning is going on, and it seems like it's very bad. But controversies of this magnitude is necessary to lift us off from our place of comfort. And that is happening very nicely with COVID. Now we have to live a life where we have to be cautious and we have to think about God, because the solution cannot come from politics. Our President Trump, he's a man of a Rajasic person, and he naturally, he's churning. He's not lazy. He has some of that sattvic quality, but you know, this is all part of the Leela of the God, that of the divine, of consciousness, that everybody in their own place, they're playing a part. Let us all play a part. Let us all take the nectar. Of course, poison will be coming. Let us not be disturbed. Let us not consume the poison. Let us pray to God to take all the poison during this churning, and let us lift ourselves up. And the real nectar is that we make that shift to consciousness. Hari Om, Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om.